Twitch, you want to make sure that it's a YouTube or Twitch message or both. Okay. I want to show you a little secret, because send message to the channel or for being there. Have a bot account connected and you do not change this to broadcaster. Let me just come. Absolutely nothing happens because we don't have a trigger. Triggers are what cause the action to occur. Now, previous versions of StreamerBot, you had to go to the different tabs and make a command or make a channel point redeem or whatever it was. You had to call that action on a different tab. Well, with the triggers, it's all built into this page here. So again, we can right click, everything's a right click to bring up the menu. And we're going to look for our actions. Now we want to, we're going to have a command is our action, right? So the exclamation point, lurk, those are commands. So we're going to come to core. Here's commands and the command trigger.
Welcome back, Mania. But after we've selected Sappy5, we're going to head to voice aliases, alias weirdo, and add it. Now that I've added it, I can select a voice, and I'm going to select our subscription base. Some of them are free, but you still have to sign up the credit card. For simplicity, we're just going to use the default Sappy5 in Windows. Comes with 2 voices, very, very fancy. David and Zira sound like wonderful people. But after we've selected Sappy5, we're going to head to voice aliases. And you'll notice that currently there's nothing here. We're going to leave it at application default. Nobody. I'm going to name this voice alias weirdo and add it. Now that I've added it, I can select a voice, and I'm going to select David, because David sounds like a great guy, and press add. So now weirdo is associated with David. Turn it up a little bit, press test speak, you'll be able to hear it.
This is a test message.
Good. And now we're going to minimize so we can close out all this and head to OBS. Once we're in OBS, the only thing we need to add for now is the application audio source, and we're going to call it SpeakerBot. Application audio. Audio source, and we're going to call it SpeakerBot. Press OK. Then we're looking for SpeakerBot. In that window, press OK again. We're going to pull it back up just to do another test. You're not going to hear it on my video because I'm recording on a different version.
This is a test message.
You see the volume bar move down at the bottom here. So that just confirms that the audio source has been added into OBS. The other thing you're going to want to do is press the little gear down here. Once you press on it, you'll notice SpeakerBot is set to monitor off. If you want to hear the TTS, you're going to want to put monitor and output. Very important, or you're not going to hear the TTS. Press close, and that's it. We're done with OBS. Next thing will be building an action in StreamerBot. Really simple. right click, add. I'm gonna call this Talk Dirty to Me. Okay. Sub action. Oh, I select Talk Dirty to Me. We're gonna make a sub action here. That is under SpeakerBot and Speak UDP. Guess you can't really see that because I'm in your way, but just know. This is very important. The voice alias needs to be typed exactly the same as it was. So we're gonna pull up our streamer bot here, speaker bot, named it Weirdo. You can copy and paste it if you don't trust your own typing abilities. Weirdo, and then your message, you're gonna go percent raw input percent. Show you again. Percent raw input percent, voice alias matches, and then we're gonna press OK. That's all we need to set up in that sense. And the last thing we're gonna do is set up the channel point redeem trigger. So right click, Twitch, channel reward, and you'll see reward redemption. So Twitch, channel reward redemption. We're going to create a new award, and we're going to call it Talk Dirty. Very, 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 very important. You need to check this box, because this ensures that somebody actually types in the box. And then that's really, you can set this up however you'd like to. If you want to have max per user per stream, or if you want to put a cooldown on it so people aren't spamming it. Set the cost, yada, yada, yada. Press OK. So now we've got a channel reward called Talk Dirty with a sub action. Under the action, Talk Dirty to Me. We're going to save, go back over to our OBS, open up our Twitch chat, and now we'll see Talk Dirty is in here. Press it. Talk Dirty to Me. Enter.
Percent raw input percent.
Wait, what the heck?
Percent raw input percent.
That's not the voice that I chose.
Percent raw input percent.
Wait, did I spell it wrong?
Doctor. This is very important. We're gonna pull up. The voice alias needs to be typed exactly the same as it was. Speaker bot, named it Weirdo, and then your message, you're gonna go percent raw input percent. Show you again.
That's exactly what I typed. Speaker bot DP.
Percent raw input percent. Percent raw input percent.
Oh no.
Percent raw input percent. 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 Percent raw input percent.
Oh my god, bro.
Percent raw input.
Percent raw input percent.
This is a test message. This is a test message. Percent raw input percent.
Okay, we're getting somewhere. getting somewhere.
Percent raw input percent.
I just changed it though.
Raw input. Raw input. Percent raw input.
create a message from a command that a viewer types in. To do that, we type in percentage raw input with a capital I, and then click OK. The next thing we want to do is go to our commands. We're going to add a command, and you can have it say TTS or !say or whatever command you want in there. It doesn't matter. Make sure the location is start. For the action, we're going to select our TTS action that we just created, and then make sure that YouTube message is the source selected down here, and then click OK. Okay, so now if we take our YouTube live chat here and we type our command !TTS testing on the live stream, and I hit the send button,
Testing on the live stream.
SpeakerBot will take that raw input of testing on the live stream and speak it. Something bot. It's to add. I'm just gonna call it default. We're gonna put that in. This is a test. Hello.
This is a test. Hello.
So you can create commands or actions, whatever you want to do based on events that says whatever you want in that message. What we're going to do is create a message from a command that a viewer types in. To do that, the next thing we want to do is go to our commands. We're going to add a command.
Problem is they changed the window.
And you can have it say TTS or !say or whatever command you want in there. Doesn't matter. Make sure the location is start. For the action, we're going to select our TTS action that we just created, and then make sure YouTube video.
Haunter said hello, I'm here from your YouTube video.
Who said it and what they said. Do based on events, default, and we're going to type a message in here. This is a test. Hello.
This is a test. Hello.
So you can create commands or actions, whatever you want to do based on events that says whatever you want in that message. What we're going to do is create a message from a command that a viewer types in. To do that, we type in percentage raw input with a capital I, and then click OK. The next thing we want to do is go to our commands. We're going to add a command. The next thing we want to do is go to our commands. We're going to add a command, and you can have it say TTS or
Why is every other thing there except for that?
Streamerbot explained. Triggered. Streamerbot explained. Action. Stream now have more control over events and their execution.
Just making shit complicated for no reason. That's all it's doing. Just making it complicated for no reason.
Through
Making it complicated.
put percent. Voice alias match. Reward.
I am super excited here.
Hit me baby one more time.
You guys can hear that, right?
Yes, we can hear.
A female talking voice, you know? Your first one, default. Output device, you want to change that to whatever virtual audio cable you have for your speaker bot. If you don't have one, if you don't use virtual audio cables, then we can use application audio captures later on in OBS whenever I demonstrate it that way. And then after you're done selecting your output device, you are going to hit this little add button right there. Now you have a profile called default. Awesome. Now what you have to do is you have to assign an actual voice to it. You're going to go to voice, select David or Zira. I always use David. And then what can happen is you have the ability to test it. You hit test speak.
This is a test message.
You hear it through the virtual audio cable that you selected, or if you don't have virtual audio cables, you're going to hear it through your desktop mix. If you have a desktop mix, go to my previous video about sound pops and get rid of that. Freaking guys, if you use desktop audio in your OBS, you make me so sad. Guys, do better. Improve yourselves. Can you test Zira? I want to hear. Yeah, sure. Absolutely. Zira is this.
This is a test message.
So if you want to change the test message, you can type in something like,
Like and subscribe.
let's go back
Bro,
to
why
David.
do they always drag it? Everybody who makes tutorials always drags it. Get to the fucking point.
Before you have the pitch and the rate, you can go up. Now, if we go up to, now it can go
This is a test of
asterisk. Whenever that, use one asterisk. So now
test of the
people say, a little ad, leave it like this. There's a chance it happens. It's that enabled button. That's all you get. Go ahead and just knock that out right now. We're going to go to events, uncheck. That enabled button. That's all you gotta do. Now, if you want it to say stuff, you can select the default thing, you can enable it, and then you can be like, I'm over here now. I want it to say whenever I get a follow, a subscription, bomb, raid, whatever. Totally up to you. And you can even edit what it says. You can be like, hey, thank you for the follow, and then it says the name.
Is that what it was?
Of the person, it'll say all the stuff out loud, right? With SpeakerBot, the world is your oyster, but for me personally, I just disable that sucker and I hit save. Now we can head on over to the settings again, go to general. We're gonna change our default aliases. We're gonna change our default voice alias to default and the default highlight voice alias to default. And then we can go back to speak our default to the settings again. Go to general. We're going to change our default aliases. We're going to change
What the heck is voice one? Is that what I named it? I feel like I didn't name it that. I don't know what. I named it. I didn't name it that. I definitely didn't name it that, but okay.
our default voice alias to default and the default highlight voice alias to default. And then we can go back to speaking options. This is where it gets exciting. If someone would please do exclamation point S and say something. some words.
Jank time test.
Now, whenever someone does exclamation point S,
Does your butt still itch? I found your ointment at the store today.
and if you want to get more specific, you can do exclamation point say. You can leave those two in. It doesn't matter. What if you want to give this ability to only your subscribers or VIPs or even moderators, right? Well, all you got to do is you got to uncheck the regulars and everyone down there. What we can do, since pretty much everyone in here is subscribed, a VIP or a moderator. Thank you, by the way, guys. I'm gonna save it to my desktop just because I'm a massive guy. That's the SpeakerBot bad boy right there. You can crack that folder up. You just installed Speaker. Go ahead and scroll down. Desktop. I love filling up my desktop. Stop putting short in it. You like keep you safe. So just hit more info and then run anyways because you are your own person. And then you can go ahead and close this icon right there. All right, because we want it to be able to, sound icon. It's a window. I'm the smart one. This is SpeakerBot. The first thing we want to do is log into your Twitch account, right? Because we want it to be able to interface with your Twitch account because without that, it's kind of pointless. So you're gonna go to settings, you're gonna go to accounts, and you're gonna log in with your Twitch account. Let's go. It's gonna
Can you not do this on YouTube? No, it was working before.
I am super excited to
that for you. So we're going to click the little copy button. We're going to minimize this. We're going to come to specific issue to do like a TTS or create. You need it louder or shorter. You can do it here, but you can also, of course, it doesn't have to go direct. So you'll hear it, a TTS and what event they're banning and what, and click.
Does this not work on YouTube?
All right, I hope that tutorial was helpful. If you have any other questions, feel free to join our Discord, Ghost Gang, and ask me questions, or you can reach out through the comments on the video. You can also join one of the live streams. Feel free to subscribe and you can be notified of when we go live. It's usually late on Fridays and Saturdays. Thanks for watching and have a wonderful day. Here, and make sure YouTube message is checked. In here, there's not going to be a space to select your action anymore. Instead, you go to your action here and add a trigger. This is going to be in core, and then put of using the command and having it trigger that way, we will come through the SpeakerBot program and we'll have their username so you know who said it and what they said. Okay, this is my second message.
Haunter said, hey, this is my second message.
There you go. Now you should be all set up. The last thing I want to do is cover the new version of StreamerBot that is coming out because it will look a little different in case that gets asked and people look at this video in the future. In the new version of StreamerBot, our actions now have triggers here. So instead of using the command and having it trigger that way, we would create the action. Before we go any further, I'd like to say that Nutty recently did a really great video on and SpeakerBot downloaded YouTube an account that your YouTube account is connected to StreamerBot. Now we'll set up SpeakerBot. Before we go any further, I'd like to say that Nutty recently did a really great video on SpeakerBot, and he went into detail on a lot of things. I'm going to keep it really simple in this video, but if you want to watch a video to dive deeper into it, then I highly recommend Nutty's video, or you can always join one of my streams and ask questions, or ask me on Discord. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is head over to this tab right here called Speech Engines. And you're going to click this SAPI 5, which adds the basic engine that Windows has. You can also set up a lot of these other engines in SpeakerBot, but to keep it simple, we're going to let you reference Nutty's document or the StreamerBot documents. So then you go into voice aliases, and we're going to add a name here in this field. We're just going to call it default for now. We're going to click add. Now you should see it over here on the left-hand side. And what you can do is choose a voice from the lower section here. I'm going to choose Microsoft David Desktop. And when we hit test speak, we should be able to hear the voice.
This is a test message.
There we go. So I'm going to add David to the voices under default, and we're good to go there. Now, I will say there are a lot of voices in SpeakerBot. A lot of voices. You can get those by following the instructions in the documents to add those speech engines. Next, what we want to do is go into StreamerBot and go into our actions. We're going to create an action. I'm just going to call it TTS. Then we go to our sub actions. We right click. We go down to SpeakerBot and speak. Now remember the voice alias we just created called default. We're going to put that in here. Space said, and then a space. Click OK. It will be seeing the chat, or somewhere where you're not seeing the chat and you want to hear every single message that comes through. You can do select TTS and double click here from your, and then anything that comes through the chat will come through the SpeakerBot program and will have their username so you know who said it. And
Haunter said, hey, this is my second message.
there you go. Now you should be all set up. The last thing I want to do is cover the new version of StreamerBot that is coming out because it will look a little different in case that gets asked and people look at this video in the future. In the new version of StreamerBot, our actions now have triggers here. So instead of using the command and having it trigger that way, we would create the action, add text-to-speech to. Our sub action, create the action, add text-to-speech to. Our sub action would still be SpeakerBot. Speak. Voice alias is going to be default. Message, let's just put percentage raw input with a capital I, percentage. Okay. And then we're going to create our command, add percentage. Okay. And then we're going to create our command, add exclamation mark TTS. Make sure start. We can call this TTS here and make sure YouTube message is checked. In here, there's not going to be a space to select your action anymore. Instead, you go to your action here and add a trigger. This is going to be in core commands, command triggered, and then you select your command that you just created, the TTS command. Click OK. When we go in here, this is a message from the new version. Just don't forget to put the command in front of the message, or it might not work. Here we go.
This is a message from the new version.
There we go. Honestly, there are so
Hello.
Oh shit! I just.
Text to speech is working.
Damn, that took a minute. Why is it echoing?
Why is it echoing?
Oh, I know why. It's because this right here.
Testing.
Hold on, this could be cool though. If I'm like.
Testing. Testing. Hello.
It's kind of cool.
Testing.